Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing okay. I'm still in the living room. I've just moved to another bit. You can see the old mirror behind me there, so up in the corner. Well, you know, I always report on, well, what happens with cars, with the potential bans of diesel vehicles going to net zero, electric and all the rest of it. I was sent a news article the other day I want to read to you, and it's quite obvious that diesel vehicles are being targeted because there's some new proposals coming out and they want to ban them as quickly as they possibly can. Have a read of this, or I'll read it and you have a listen, see what you think. So, diesel vehicles should be banned earlier than 2035 after fuel sales have dramatically fallen, according to officials at Transport and Environment. Fuel sales dramatically fallen. Well, I'm only a taxi driver, but every time I go on a forecourt, I've seen the same level of people I always do filling up their cars with fuel of some kind or another, be it diesel or whatever else. So I'm not sure I quite believe that. Campaigners have claimed the government can ensure diesel engines are ditched for good by imposing a series of new rules on motorists. Plans include the widespread adoption of ULEZ-style clean air zones charged across major UK cities. Now, that's always been a fear of mine. If they get away with it in London and places like that, then they're going to roll it out everywhere else. Now, I wonder where you get like a socialist-type government coming in and gaining power. Is the danger of that very much increased? The move comes after Transport and Environment analysed data from the Department for Energy Security and Net Zero, which showed the take-up of diesel fuel had considerably dropped. Statistics show that sale of diesel is down almost 40% in the capital over the past 4 years, compared to just 20% across the rest of the UK. Again, I still don't know whether I believe that. It's 40% of what? Is it 40% of a sample, or is it a genuine 40%? Matt Finch, UK Policy Manager at Transport and Environment, claimed motorists should stop burning diesel and transition to cleaner models immediately. Cleaner models? He explained, regardless of the impact of the ULEZ on air pollution, this data shows the remarkable impact clean air zones can have on energy and trade. That's utter crap. You know, you charge people to drive in an area, they're not going to come into the area. You watch businesses suffer as a result. Diesel is another dirty fossil fuel that the UK has found itself reliant on imports for, often from countries with undemocratic governments that have poor human rights records. We're heading that way. The smart move would be to allow London's lead stop burning imported dirty diesel and switch to using clean British electrons as quickly as possible. I don't think so. We've already discussed that. Look at my Richard Hammond videos. T&E has called for new low emission zones in cities with high nitrous oxide levels, such as Sheffield, Liverpool and Manchester. Talk to India and China maybe. It's a bit hypocritical. T&E has called, the group suggested there was no reason why other areas could not implement clean air zone measures. Meanwhile, they claim national rules should also specifically target reducing diesel use. This would include banning the sale of new diesel cars ahead of the planned 2035 cut-off. They also suggest introducing a zero-emission vehicle mandate on HGVs and updating tax rules to incentive securing non-diesel models. Oliver Lord, UK head of Clean Cities campaign, it's all clean, isn't it, has also called for an urgent ban on diesel vehicles. He commented, "We've known for years that diesel fumes are ruining our lives." Really? So how come years ago diesel was dirt cheap and you were saying everyone have a diesel car, they're so much better? This is all modern day bullshit. So it's inspiring to see this change in London, but the bottom line is we won't breathe freely until diesel engines are ditched for good. With the right commitment, coordination and leadership from all levels of government, our cities can be almost free of diesel by 2030. No, you won't. But only when coupled with the support to make that happen, and especially for small business. Well, You won't rid diesel taxi drivers for starters. We've already discussed the purchase price and upkeep of electric vehicles. It's just not doable. And they're not fit for all purposes. What about unleaded? You know, do they matter either? It's more environmental, net zero, rushy stuff that's going to lead to a world of pain, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please hit the like button. And if you've got social media, I'd appreciate a share on your accounts. As always, I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.